The real reason Sheikh Hamdan keeps running away from Dubai, he keeps leaving. That is the thing nobody wants to say out loud, but everyone who follows him closely has noticed. Dubai is his home. Dubai is his kingdom. One day, Dubai will be his responsibility to lead, to protect, to carry forward into the future. And yet, he keeps leaving. London, the mountains, the desert far from the city. Anywhere that is not where he is supposed to be. And the official reasons, the events, the trips, the adventures, they explain the where, but they do not explain the why, the real why. The one that nobody in the royal circle is allowed to talk about. That is what we are going to talk about today. If you look at Sheikh Hamdan's life from the outside, it looks like freedom. He skydives. He rides horses across open landscapes. He dives into oceans and climbs mountains and posts photographs that make millions of people wish they were living his life. He is young, handsome, powerful, wealthy, beyond what most people can even imagine. He is the crown prince of Dubai, one of the most glamorous cities in the world. So, why does a man who has everything keep running away from the place that gave it all to him? The answer is not simple, but it is honest, and it starts with something most people never consider when they look at Hamdan's life. It starts with the fact that Dubai, for all its beauty, for all its power, for all the things it represents, is also a cage, a golden cage, a cage lined with marble and surrounded by fountains and lit up at night so beautifully that nobody from the outside would ever think to call it what it actually is. But for Hamdan, the man who has to live inside it, who was born inside it, who will one day be responsible for carrying it, it has always felt like walls closing in. He did not choose this life. That is the part people forget. Nobody asked Hamdan if he wanted to be the crown prince of Dubai. Nobody sat him down as a child and said, "Here are your options. Choose the one that feels right for your heart." He was born into it. The title came with the birth. And everything that came after, the expectations, the marriages, the public appearances, the political decisions, the role he has to perform every single day, none of it was ever really his choice. And the one time he tried to choose something for himself, the one time he followed his own heart instead of his family's plan, the world would not let him keep it. She was not royal. She was not politically useful. She was not part of any alliance or agreement or long term strategy for the future of Dubai. She was just the woman Hamdan loved, deeply, completely, and for a very long time. He wrote poems for her that the whole world now reads without knowing who they were written for. He fought quietly to hold on to what they had. And for a brief moment, after his arranged marriage fell apart, after the truth came out, after everything that was hidden finally surfaced, he got to be with her. She became his wife. She became the mother of his children. And for the first time in a long time, Hamdan stopped running. But it did not last. The political landscape shifted. His father needed him to be something specific, stable, strong, united with the right people, positioned correctly for the future of the crown. And the woman Hamdan loved did not fit into that picture. She had to go. She took the children and left Dubai quietly. And Hamdan, who had finally stopped running, found himself standing still in a palace that suddenly felt emptier than it ever had before. That is when the leaving started again. London, the mountains, the long trips away from home that his team frames as adventures and his followers celebrate as inspiration. And they are not wrong to celebrate them. The photographs are beautiful. The moments look free. But look at his face in those moments. Really look. There is joy there, yes. But underneath it, always underneath it, There is something else. A man who is most comfortable when he is moving. Because moving means not having to sit still inside a life that was built around him without ever being built for him. After Eid al-Adha prayers in Dubai this year, he was seen leaving almost immediately. He went back to London. People noticed. They always notice. Because it has become a pattern that is hard to ignore. He comes back for what he has to come back for. He fulfills the duties that cannot be avoided. And then he leaves again. Not dramatically, not publicly, just quietly, efficiently, with the practiced ease of someone who has been doing this for a long time. His poetry from this period tells the same story his actions do. He wrote about a soul that wanders, about longing for a home that does not feel like home, about loving a place from a distance because being inside it is too painful to sustain. People read those poems and think he is being poetic in the abstract way that poets often are. But Hamdan has never been abstract. Every poem he writes is about something real, something he is living, something he cannot say out loud, so he puts it into words that the whole world can read while only he knows exactly what they mean. The real reason Sheikh Hamdan keeps running away from Dubai is this. Dubai reminds him of everything he lost. Every street, every palace, every public event where he has to smile and shake hands and perform the role of the crown prince. All of it is a reminder of the marriage he did not want, a reminder of the love he was not allowed to keep, a reminder of his children growing up somewhere far away while he stays behind and fulfills a destiny that was chosen for him before he was old enough to have a say in any of it. Running is not weakness. For Hamdan, running is survival. It is the only way he knows how to breathe inside a life that has very little room for the kind of man he actually is. The man underneath the title. The man who writes poems in the middle of the night. The man who fell in love with an ordinary woman and thought, just for a moment, that maybe love was going to be enough. It was not enough. It is never enough when a crown is involved. And so he runs to the mountains, to London, to anywhere that is not the place where the weight of everything he has lost is sitting in every corner waiting for him. The people who love him from afar, the millions of women who follow his every post, who read his poems over and over, who feel something when they look into his eyes, they understand something about him that the official story never says. They understand that he is running, and they understand why. Because most of them have felt it too. That need to escape. That hunger for a life that was supposed to be yours, but somehow became something else entirely. He will go back to Dubai. He always goes back. Because duty does not let you go forever. But while he is gone, while he is standing on a mountain somewhere, or walking through a city that does not know his name, he gets to be just a man. Not a prince, not a crown, just a man who loved someone, lost something, and is still figuring out how to carry on. Subscribe to this channel and hit the bell if you want to keep following the real story of Sheikh Hamdan. Every week I bring you closer to the truth, and the truth is always worth staying for.